Hi everyone. So today we're going to work on our Peter Max project pictures. I want to make sure that I can see everything. And remember, we're being inspired by Peter Max, so we're going to add 3 to 5 different elements from his artwork. Peter Max has a lot of different things in his artwork that people really notice, like his suns and his spaceships and his stars and his profile people and lots of, different things like the crazy flowers, the planets, many different things. So I'm going to start with just I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little bit different where I'm going to add my own stuff in and then I'm going to incorporate his stuff in with it. So I am going to create a background type idea. I'm going to create some mountains in the Peter Max style where they're all those very illustrated kind of graphic design. They look like they've been printed mountains. Okay, so I got this shape going on. There we go. So I have this shape for my mountains going on. I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add some little snow texture because these parts of the mountains are up really high. Maybe this one's got a little bit. There. So we have some mountains going on. I'm thinking I'm going to add some more sort of in the background, but these ones are going to be a little bit wider. There we go. And these ones are also going to have just a little bit on the tops of them. You're in the distance more. Okay, so I have like my little bit of depth going on. And above all of this, I'm going to do Peter Max's iconic sun. And I'm going to do the rays. And then I'm going to put in like some space and some stars going on. So I think instead of it being like this perfectly centered piece, I'm going to put the sun over here just to make it a little different. I'm going to make this nice rounded sun. And I grabbed a ruler because this is Comstock like straight lines. And my first sun ray is going to start here. And it's going to come out like this. So I should probably put a little dot right here so it doesn't look like the sun ray is not attached. And then the next one's going to come out. And I want to make sure that they look like they're getting wider as they go. So I tried to make this more of an angle right here. Now hopefully this works out for me. Sometimes it doesn't and I have to go back in and erase a bunch of times. So let's see. Oh, I'm liking this. It's always a good thing when you like what you're doing. So this doesn't have to be like something crazy fancy and, wonderfully perfect or anything. We're just getting this style of Peter Max and then we're going to incorporate it into a bigger idea. So you're going to have to build upon this. Oh, here comes the erasing, the chronic erasing that always comes with this. Okay. It's a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna go with that just so that I don't freak out and have to be like, oh, I need to erase this 100 times. All right, so I have his sun. I have some of these little mountains going on. So now I'm gonna kind of make it exciting. This is gonna be a ray. These are gonna be stars in here. So I'm just gonna put a little indication that I want stars in this one. Ray, stars, ray, stars, ray, stars. Oh, good. It's gonna work out. Okay. So kind of neat ideas. He does a lot of little spaceships and planets and stuff like that. So in this one, I'm going to add a planet. And I'm also going to add like a little planet in front of it. So that way I have some overlapping and I create some more depth going on. So it's not just flat. And I'm going to add some stars around it. And I'm going to make this look like Jupiter. And this little one's going to stay plain. Maybe some circles in it. So it looks kind of like a moon or something. So I'm going to add some stars right in here because I know that I want some stars right in there. And I'm going to keep this area rather kind of small, like open, because stars are not just right on top of each other. Not all the time, at least. So I'm going to add some different stuff in this one. I'm going to add a spaceship, like a UFO. I'm going to add all these little lights around it. Okay, so there's my little flying UFO. Maybe I'll have some stars kind of in the background going. And then, of course, I'm going to do some more stuff over here. So let's see what we got. We got mountains, we got a sun, we've got planets in space. I think I want to do some of those. Well, I want to leave this area open for my hands, right? Because I'm going to create a positive word and I'm going to draw it out in American Sign Language in ASL using the hands. So I'm going to leave that open. Maybe over here, I could do something else. I could do some, good questions, huh? Let me see. What would I like to incorporate in this? I like that he always does those giant profile-y face type things. So I was thinking maybe I could do that on this area. Create like a profile face, like what he did in that picture Discovery, where it's kind of like coming out of something. So I'm going to create a profile face that's kind of like his. So I'm looking at one of his pictures while I draw, just so you know. Sometimes this is kind of hard because all right, so I got like the mouth that's open, we got the nose, forehead. Now I can just go back in. Touch up little things here and there. So I'm noticing that I've got a nostril going on over here. I've got lips. I've got right in here is the eye. And before I start putting in all these extra little things, I want to make sure I put in all the parts of the face that I'm going to need. Some eyelashes and some stars, like a star next to the eye. Make it a little bit more interesting. So now I'm going to go back in and I'm going to add like hair. all these different little elements that overlap each other that make this interesting. And I know that it looks like we're kind of bald over here, but I'm going to add some more hair, so don't worry. This one, the hair is kind of like all over the place, which is really super cool. And I'm going to add some little extra pieces just to make this more exciting. So we have like this giant head that's kind of like inside the sun that is a part of all of this. And I don't know if I want to make it just inside the sun or above the sun. So let me just draw some pieces outside and look and see how this is going to picture out if I do that. Yeah, I kind of like that. So I'm going to erase this little line from the sun, and I'm going to put my head in front of it. It's going to make it more believable too. So that's really good. It's always nice to like try things and like check ideas. So we got this part. So this is the forehead. And then this piece right here is kind of actually coming out this way, because this is the other side of the head. So now we can see this better. And we'll bring out some more crazy hair over this way. So my person has this like really wavy, almost kind of like curly, fluffy hair. Makes her kind of interesting. Okay, I can go with this. And I'm also noticing that if I really want to, just because I know that when we draw people, we want them to look like they have a brain, so we should give them a top of a head. Or else they are going to look crazy and they'll be singing like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz. There. So now I have a person, and we have all of this. We got like the nose. We have this profile view, just kind of like what Peter Max would do. I'm going to open this mouth up a little bit better. And these lips down. Just like fish lips going on right now, but when we put some lipstick on her, she'll be better off. Okay, and she's only missing one thing, and that's an eyebrow. And if you don't put an eyebrow on your person, they look crazy. All right, so then I have her mouth open. So I was thinking like her mouth, she could have, I know we have a lot of little singers in our class. So I'm gonna make her singing some sort of song, whatever song you guys think she should be singing. All right. So then the only thing I have left to do now is to figure out what word I want to use. So I'm going to go look back at that list. So we have our positive words to describe people, which is really cool because I would like you guys to describe something that you would, that you enjoy, or even something that could be something about you. I think I'm going to either do bright or I'm going to do cheerful, because like you're singing in the morning. I'm going to do cheerful. So anyways, I'm going to write that down here so I don't forget. And I'm going to finish up some of these. And then next class, we will draw the hands down here together.